Brazil, officially known as the Federative Republic of Brazil, is the largest country in South America and the fifth largest in the world by both land area and population. Hey! How are you doing today? I hope everything is going well for you. Welcome to my channel, Knowledge of World. Brazil was first inhabited by indigenous peoples for thousands of years before the arrival of the Portuguese in 1500. The Portuguese established a colony in Brazil, which eventually became independent in 1822. Brazil has since been a republic, with a few brief periods of military rule. Brazil is a diverse country with a rich culture that is influenced by its indigenous, Portuguese, African, and other European roots. Some of the most famous Brazilian cultural exports include samba, capoeira, and bossa nova music. Brazil is also home to a number of world-renowned tourist destinations, such as the Amazon rainforest, Rio de Janeiro, and Salvador. The Amazon rainforest is the largest rainforest in the world, and it is home to a vast array of plant and animal life. Christ the Redeemer is a statue of Jesus Christ that stands atop Corcovado Mountain in Rio de Janeiro. It is one of the most famous landmarks in Brazil. Sugarloaf Mountain is a granite peak that rises above Rio de Janeiro. It is a popular tourist destination, and there is a cable car that takes visitors to the top. Iguaçu Falls is a series of waterfalls that straddle the border between Brazil and Argentina. It is one of the largest waterfalls in the world, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Salvador is the capital of the state of Bahia, and it is one of the oldest cities in Brazil. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is known for its Afro-Brazilian culture. Brazil has a deep-rooted passion for football, soccer. The country has a storied history in the sport, producing some of the greatest players of all time and winning the FIFA World Cup a record 5 times. Other popular sports in Brazil include volleyball, MMA, mixed martial arts, and Formula 1 racing. The capital of Brazil is Brasilia. It is a planned city that was founded in 1960. Brasilia is located in the central part of Brazil, and it is a major political and economic center. The population of Brazil is about 212 million people. The majority of Brazilians are of mixed European, African, and indigenous ancestry. The official language of Brazil is Portuguese. Brazil is a relatively safe country, but there is some petty crime, especially in big cities. There is also a risk of violence in some areas, such as the Amazon rainforest. The majority of Brazilians are Roman Catholic. There are also significant Protestant, Afro-Brazilian, and indigenous religious communities. Brazil is the world's 9th largest economy by nominal GDP. The economy is based on agriculture, industry, and services. Brazil is a major exporter of soybeans, coffee, and iron ore. The currency of Brazil is the Brazilian real, plural reis, sign, $, code, BRL. It is subdivided into 100 centavos. The Central Bank of Brazil is the central bank and the issuing authority. The real replaced the Cruzeiro real in 1994. The current real was introduced in 1994 at 1 real equals 2,750 Cruzeiros reis. The modern real, Portuguese plural reis or English plural reals, was introduced on July 1, 1994, during the presidency of Itamar Franco, when Rubens Recupero was the Minister of Finance as part of a broader plan to stabilize the Brazilian economy, known as the Plano Real. The new currency replaced the short-lived Cruzeiro Real, CR dollar. The reform included the demonetization of the Cruzeiro Real and required a massive banknote replacement. The real is a relatively stable currency, and it is the 9th most traded currency in the world. It is pegged to the US dollar, and it is used in most transactions in Brazil. Here are some other interesting facts about the Brazilian real. The symbol for the real, $, is a stylized version of the letter R. The real is the only currency in the world that is named after a physical object, the Real do Brasil, which was a gold coin minted in Brazil in the 16th century. The real is a popular currency for tourists, and it is easy to exchange for other currencies. Citizens of most countries need a visa to enter Brazil. The visa requirements vary depending on the nationality of the applicant. Citizens of all other countries need to apply for a visa at a Brazilian embassy or consulate before traveling to Brazil. The visa application process can be time-consuming, so it is important to start the process early. The required documentation varies depending on the type of visa, but generally includes a passport, a visa application form, a recent photograph, and proof of travel arrangements. The visa application fee also varies depending on the type of visa, but is typically around $160. Once the visa application is approved, the applicant will be issued a visa sticker that must be placed in their passport. The visa sticker will indicate the type of visa, the duration of stay, and the number of entries allowed. It is important to note that the visa policy of Brazil is subject to change, so it is always best to check with the Brazilian embassy or consulate before traveling to Brazil. Brazil is home to a wide variety of natural attractions, including the Amazon rainforest, the Pantanal, and the Atlantic rainforest. Brazil is also home to a number of endangered species, such as the jaguar, the giant otter, and the white-lipped peccary. Brazilian cuisine is a diverse mix of influences, including Portuguese, African, and indigenous. Some of the most famous Brazilian dishes include feijoada, a black bean stew, and churrasco, grilled meat. The official language of Brazil is Portuguese. However, there are also a number of other languages spoken in Brazil, including Spanish, English, and indigenous languages. Brazil has a growing technology sector. The country is home to a number of technology companies, such as Embraer, a leading aircraft manufacturer. Brazil is a republic with a presidential system of government. The current president of Brazil is Jair Bolsonaro. Brazil has a multi-party system, with numerous political parties representing different ideologies and interests. Some of the prominent parties include the Workers' Party, PT, Brazilian Social Democracy Party, PSDB, Democratic Labour Party, PDT, and Brazilian Democratic Movement Party, MDB. I hope this gives you a brief overview of Brazilian culture, landmarks, and attractions. To know all, follow us guys and stay with us because we need all of you to move forward. Thank you very much. Take care.